Welcome to another episode of AMD Day Trader. I'm your host, Jamario Walker. Today is November 13th, 2020, and we're looking at our 2-minute chart of AMD. All right, so we opened here. We went from a low point of, let's see here, 81.76 to 82.43. So a pretty good gap. And what we're going to do, we're going to write off our main channel here. Now this is a large gap up. It's giving us a very large range, so we don't want to use that total range for our first move. We want to try to use some of these inside bars or the price action of the inside bars. And what we see is we're close to our moving averages all right here. Price action touches the 200. It doesn't go below it. And upon seeing that, that gave me a long position on the market. I saw this as short-term bearish with a bull trend coming in behind it. We got all of these moving averages under us, giving us momentum to push us up. So I saw that as a bullish setup. And so if you want to take the ranges, you can take this guy here as your range. Sorry, let me get rid of that. You can take this guy as your range for your breakout play. We get the downside breakout, but we have our 200 period moving average here, which is acting as a support level, and then all these moving averages. So just taking this breakout range, running into these moving averages, it's not a bear trade you want to take, even though it did break out of that range. You got all of this here counted against you, and it's going to be hard for this bearishness to push down below all of these moving averages. So you can't just trade solely off of range breakouts. You have to take the technicals into account. So taking the technicals into account, we put in our long trade. We went in at 934. So that's in this bar here. We started our trade here. And we started to sell, let's see here, 952. Let me see, move this back over. So 52 is going to be, okay. So we sold our first couple here, or one at a time. So one here, another here, and the last two up here somewhere. So we sold in this range here. We bought here, seeing this short-term bearish move into the moving averages. We bought here, anticipating the bull move, which we got. And our plan was to ride this trade as long as it respected the 8-period moving average. As you can see, we touched the 8-period here, briefly touched 13, barely touched the 20. I stayed in this trade because, the trend was so strong, and the movement off of these moving averages was great. So I stayed in that trade. I didn't get stopped out at all. I think the lowest I went was maybe a negative 3%. Sorry, a negative 3% at one time, but we recouped that. So yeah, bought here, sold up here. We made a small profit of 300 today off of those 4 contracts. I wanted more. I wanted this to continue rising, but you can't control what happens in the market. You just what happens. You look at it and you trade accordingly. You can't control the market, so you've got to come to that understanding. What you want to happen may not always happen. Just play what's in front of you, trade what you see. Not necessarily what you want to see. So that is our AMD day trade for November 13th. Actually, it's Friday the 13th, so be safe out there, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.